I make a motion to go into executive session with the town clerk, the town attorney.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Second.
Just be quiet for a minute. We're doing a motion.
Second.
Supervisor Purdy?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Revillard?
Yes, ma'am.
And let the record reflect that Councilman Gutierrez is absent.
Town board meeting Thursday, March 16th. Please rise and salute the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Emergency exits are behind the town attorney and also the door you came in. Roll, please.
Supervisor Purdy?
Here.
Councilpersons Doyle? Here. Blackman?
Here.
Revillard?
Here.
And let the record reflect that Councilman Gutierrez will be absent this evening.
Okay, public comment. I believe we have a group who's going to go up to the microphone and speak to us.
Good evening. Hello. So my name is Sarah Ford. I am a resident here in Amenia, and I'm also the ESL instructor for the evening class that we have. And for those who don't know, ESL is English as a second language. I wanted to just take a couple of minutes to come here tonight, and I have a few students with us to, one, show them, like, what is a town board meeting? What is this like? What happens here? And also just to express our gratitude for having the space to have the class, for having a supportive community that really lets us offer this. And there's such a need for it. Just to give an example, when I started the current course in January, the first night of class, we expected 5 students. 5 students were registered, and we had 15 students show up. So they're coming from all over. There's really not a program close by except for here. So this is run through Dutchess Community College. We have some amazing students. I'm going to give Maria a minute just to say a few words to share with you, and then I'll finish up.
Hi, good evening. My name is
Could you
Maria.
state your name, Maria?
My name is Maria Islas. I am from Mexico, but I live in Dover Plains. I am the English class. The teacher is doing a great job. She always helps, and she doesn't explain the best way. And a group, we are grateful. Thanks, Mrs. Ford. In this country, not many people speak Spanish at school or hospitals or many more places. Sometimes the communication is difficult for me, but thanks to programs like this, many more people can access to service via part of the community. So thank you again.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I really want to thank Maria, because it is a very scary thing to not be speaking your first language and speak in front of a group of people with a microphone. So I'm really proud of them. So nice job. I just want to reiterate what Maria mentioned, that this is such a good program, and it really lets some of our fellow community members have more full access to all the services that everyone needs access to. So really, thank you so much. I also want to just put the word out that if anyone knows of anyone, or if anyone is interested in teaching ESL, in the evening class program, Dutchess Community College would love to hire another ESL teacher. So I have some contact information for Kimberly Bacon, if there's anybody that would like to contact her and find out more about how to do that. We would love to have another teacher on board. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for doing it. It's really terrific that.
And if you give our videographer that information, we can post it.
Yeah, absolutely.
On our channel 22.
I will do that, and if anybody happens to be in the town hall, I've put a couple of these slips on the community board as well.
Okay.
So I will do that.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Deidre?
Good evening, all. I just want to say, as a side note, I am the legislative liaison to the Dutchess Community College for the Dutchess County Legislature, so it makes me very, very happy to see you all here and working so hard, and it is a great program, so thank you. Just wanted to touch base with you guys. We had our legislative meeting on Monday night. It was a pretty standard agenda, correction of some tax bills and appropriation of funds for our regular annual ongoing maintenance of bridges and highways for the county. There were 2 items on non-consent, and those are both the tax exemption increase for the senior population and persons with disabilities. And we had it in committee on Thursday night, and we voted it out of committee. But due to the large amount of public comment and outreach from the community, we decided to pull the 2 items. Luckily, time is not of the essence on this because we don't have to actually pass the resolutions until February. So just to let you know, we did pull them. It's a local law. We will lay it back on the desk next month and debate it. But the interest of pulling it was that so that we could increase the amount of the tax exemption. Many people from the senior community came and spoke, and instead, said we're not on fixed incomes, we're on declining incomes with the rate of inflation. So we took it to heart, and we are going to look at the numbers and look at the data and relay it on the desk next month and debate it. So hopefully we'll be able to pass that at a larger increase for the seniors and persons with disabilities. And so that's what's really going on in the legislature right now. And so I just thought I'd stop in and see if you guys need anything from me. And that's about it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment? Case Supervisor's Report. The Highway Garage in Salt Shed, Labella Engineering, working on a site plan, will be setting up another meeting soon. CDBG Route 44 Sidewalk Grant, project will be rebid in April. Labella Engineering is monitoring changes in construction cost. Amenia Water District. The town of Amenia is waiting for the awarded $481,000 grant to be sent to the town of Amenia for the copper and lead inventory. Information regarding this project will be sent to all Water District customers in the coming weeks as soon as the project is approved to be started. As a result of Supervisor Peroti's request to have the water billing clerk send a letter to all Water District customers for volunteers to serve on the Water Committee, there were several responses and interviews. The town board will appoint the interested Water Committee members at the meeting tonight. Altice franchise renewal. The Public Service Commission has approved the Altice Town of Amenia franchise agreement. The town of Amenia has just received the $15,000 PEG grant for new equipment negotiated in the agreement. Town of Amenia website and Channel 22. Administrators for the website are Annette Culligan at extension 105 and Nancy Nowak at extension 108, who can add items to the website as requested by organizations, committees, and boards. Events by organizations, churches, and schools can be advertised on local Channel 22 by sending information to Amenia TV at ameniany.gov. Town of Amenia COVID-19. Amenia town offices are open Monday through Thursday. Masks are optional and are available in an envelope on the second set of doors. Signing the visitor log is required. COVID-19 test kits are available for anyone who needs one. COVID-19 vaccine information. Vaccine appointments for homebound people can be made by calling 845-486-2555. COVID-19 vaccines and booster shots are available at Amenia Drugs. Call for appointment 845-373-8000. CVS pharmacies, go online to schedule an appointment. Visit www.dutchessny.gov/COVID vaccine for expanded clinic dates and times and to make an appointment. Town clerk report.
Good evening. I'm just going to follow up real quick with a public comment. I do believe that our highway superintendent will be addressing the response, but to share with the board and the public that I have received Written comment from Stacy Mantle, who's making a request to lower the speed limit on Perry Corners Road. She does share of a recent incident that took place due to the inclement weather and as well as the utility pole coming down to a crash on that road. So I do believe that's going to be addressed in a little bit. That's what I was told. Reporting to the board that for our tax collection for the 2023 period, to date, I have collected $6,127,254.89. Penalties collected to date is $2,920.88, with the remaining uncollected in taxes $1,205,433.58. As that friendly reminder, we are at a 2% penalty during the rest of March. For those of you that don't have your tax bill or are still looking to find that absolute number, if you visit our town website at ameniany.gov, select online payments, and then select pay your tax bill, you can simply find that bill by putting in just your last name or just the numeric of your property. Do keep in mind, less is more. So the only phone calls I'm getting right now is, I can't find my property. Less is truly more. You only have to fill in one of the fields, so do keep that in mind. Tax collection is here through May 31st, as the penalties continue to increase as each month does continue. But any questions with your tax bill, feel free to give us a call here. For those of you that may say, I don't have it, I just purchased a home, or I just sold a home, it is imperative that you reach out to your assessor. Your assessor is the individual who changes those addresses, and also to communicate with your bank. So congratulations to those that have paid off their mortgage. 30 years is definitely an achievement of making those monthly payments, but please make sure that your bank then sends that information to the county. So there's all these parts that go into being a homeowner. I think sometimes we forget because it's so exciting to make that payoff, but the tax bill still comes. For the town board, in regards to an action, we do have our February minutes that have been circulated. And if you guys are ready to go ahead and move with those, we have February 2nd, 9th, 16th, and 21st.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we accept the February 2nd, 2023 minutes as presented. I have a few changes, just grammatical, that she'll just add some periods, and then on the bottom, towards the bottom of page 3, open, the second open, we could cross out.
I'll second that.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Gutierrez Brevard?
Yes.
Okay. 9th?
Motion to approve the February 9th, 2023 minutes as presented with some grammatical corrections.
Second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Brevard?
Yes.
Motion to approve the February 16th, 2023 minutes with some grammatical corrections.
I'll
Second.
se-
Whoops.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Brevard?
Yes.
We don't have to do anything with the
There was
joint meeting.
technically no
No
action
actions.
taken, but
Okay.
there is something that's going to go in the minute book, so everybody knows you guys got together.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and read what it is so people know what we're talking about?
On February 21st, the town board gathered and attended a recreational meeting. It was advertised properly as a special meeting. However, you guys did not convene and begin in here. You guys went right to the auditorium. So all it states on the piece of paper is that the town board members attended the Recreation Commission meeting held on February 21st, 2023. No actions were taken. So that way the public knows, because you did advertise for a meeting. So it's
Thank you.
official minutes, but that's what it states. Very good. Also moving forward, an additional action that's required by the board is that we do have our abstract dated March 16th of 2023. Their total abstract is going to be in the amount of $202,795.52. And the breakdown is as follows. Our general fund A, $164,118.84. Highway fund, $20,677.94. Amenia Lighting, $1,034.10. Wasake Lighting, $385.96. And Amenia Water, $16,578.68 for a grand total again this month, our abstract, and I'm seeking authorization for the supervisor to pay claims in the total amount of $202,795.52.
Motion to approve the payment of claims as read.
Second.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Revelard?
Yes.
The last two meetings, you guys have had the opportunity to meet with candidates who have expressed the interest in serving on the Water Committee. Is the board prepared to make an action at this time?
We are.
And that would be?
That would be to approve the 5 individuals we interviewed.
So you're appointing,
For the
you need to
waste-
state their names.
For the
as-
water
have their
district.
names.
I know, didn't you
So
just
I
have
can,
those?
I can.
Yeah, you
I will
need
be
to
so glad I
say their
don't.
names.
So that would be Patrick Nelligan, Katie Marinik, William Flood, Moses Tony Millette, and James Walsh. Is that,
Exactly.
those are the names
Those are
you're
the names,
implying?
yes.
Second?
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Revelard?
Yes.
And also acknowledging circulation that has been made in our emails and in our packets is our water report for this month. It does indicate the total number of gallons used, along with any customer calls, water line markouts, emergency response and repairs, and any other projects that the SEBI Environmental Services has worked on. We also have our monthly report from the building department indicating that the total income for the month of February 2023 is $4,327 even. Also noting on there that there were 3 violations issued during the month of February. And I'm pretty sure in your package, you guys are going to have your balance sheets and your operating statements. And then in regards to recreation, I do know that that report's going to be given out verbal this evening, so I will deter and not share those wonderful excitement news. And then as part of our other committees, we'll be sharing more information about Earth Day. Do you want me to steal it from you?
Sure.
Okay. So Earth Day, Stacy Mantle has been working really hard in preparing in a celebration and an event. Looks like they're going to be featuring a repair cafe, sporting goods swap. They're going to be doing composting, gardening club, and more. Looks like they're going to be meeting here at the town hall lawn, bring a kite or a frisbee, so hopefully, I mean, are we expecting some wind? I don't know. But it looks like we're going to have some fun here. I know that there's going to be activities in the gym, in the hallway, out on the lawn. So definitely save the date on April 22nd because we're going to have some fun here at the town hall. And if I missed something, Stacy, let me know.
I'd like to also add that on the 22nd, that morning of, from 9 to noon, there will be a cleanup day, as we've done in the past. Both the Enhancement Committee and the CAC is sponsoring the morning of cleaning up the roadside trash. And there'll be bags at Borden Park across from Max and Mills in Wassaic on Furnace Bank Road. Right on the picnic table, you can sign in, and we focus on the hamlet of Wassaic and in Amenia at Fountain Square in the 2 downtown hamlets. And then we radiate out from there, and you can pick up your trash bags and some gloves and find other groups. You can either do it on your own or join up with other groups that are along that those 2 hamlets. Or you can do in your own neighborhood, and let me know if you have big, couches or big things, items alongside the road, and I will have a utility trailer and can come pick that up. I have some flyers, and you can call me at 845-489-7826 if you already know you have some big items that you don't want to put in your car and haul to the transfer station. We'll
I'll be happy to swing by and pick it up if you let me know. So again, 845-489-7826, and that will be on the website and on Channel 22.
And the only last item that I have in regards to the town clerk's report is to be looking for other activities in addition to recreation activities that are coming here to the town hall. But I've been asked by one of our residents if we were interested in having another blood drive sooner than later. So it looks like this summer we're going to be able to offer 2 blood drives here. So we're going to look at one for June, and then we're going to bring one to the end of July, August. This time it would be the American Red Cross. So as we all know that the donation of blood is always something that is needed, and I'm just happy that we have a location here and a willing town board to go ahead and let us use this space for such a important need and to be able to help and give back to our community. So I look forward to working with Mr. Donnelly in getting this additional blood drive scheduled here at Town Hall. So
And
looking
thanks for
for
making
more
that happen,
information.
too.
No, you know, it's an important cause for sure. So if that's it, that'll conclude.
I do have something I
item.
want
Sure.
you to elaborate on a little bit. So I think the registration date for STAR is coming up on April 15th, if I'm not
For
mistaken.
what? I'm sorry.
For the STAR program.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
not your assessor, so.
I'm pretty sure that's the date. Anyway, for those that are new to the community and have bought homes, or if you haven't registered for the STAR program, there's a lot online for New York State STAR. I suggest you take a look at it and register for your school tax exemptions.
31st?
That's about it. Okay.
Check that.
Highway Department report?
March 31st.
When is it?
March 31st, because April 15th is when you got to pay your taxes.
Oh, it's March, excuse me, March.
I didn't want to stop you.
We'll-
No, I asked first.
We'll make sure we advertise it.
Yeah, that's the deadline anyway, April 15th, so,
You got to pay those taxes.
yeah.
Go ahead, Megan.
Well, to address Stacy Mantle's concern, the first telephone pole, like she said, it was maybe a year or 2 ago. It was somebody that came home, works nights, came home, fell asleep, hit the pole. The second pole was a couple weeks ago. That pole, NICEAG said it was rotten. The guide cable that holds it up was broke. So between it being rotten and the cable not holding it, that's why that came down. As far as speeders, we got speeders on all our roads. Prairie Corners, along with Folan Road, Cascade Road, and My Gap were all posted in 1997 by the state. So, I mean, they post what they feel is safe. Back in 97, that road was rougher, more bumps. It's more smooth now. And when we can go and try to ask for it to get lowered, but there might be a good chance that they might say, now that that road is in better shape, more smooth, no bumps, 40's too slow, let's go 45. They might not. So that's.
You're talking about talking to the state DOT?
Yeah, there's a process. I mean, one, you'd have to do a resolution, and then there's a form, a TE9 form that has to go to the state, which they look at it. Then it goes to the engineering. It's probably going to be a couple months process. Nothing's going to happen anytime soon. But that's what I think. So something you guys want to try or leave it as is? I don't. And like I said, we got speeders on every road, and we can't. One person says, "Hey, the speed limit's too fast." We can't keep changing signs out everywhere for one person.
Well, we have had I think 4 or 5 complaints about intersections and stuff in the last year. So maybe we should package all this together and have a conversation, because it's just, I mean, it is complicated, and we don't want individuals, to petition the New York State Department of Highways, but
I mean, it's a speed limit. Where's, maybe ask their local sheriffs to patrol it a little bit more.
okay.
So Megan, the state DOT sets recommendations for speed limits.
Yeah,
But these are town roads. They're not state highways. So how, or what authority do we have to change? Is it state regulated to make any change? Or can the town board, because they're town roads, make a change?
I believe it's got to go through the state. Do the state, do the county. They say yes, or they can say no. If they say yes, it's our responsibility to change the sign.
With regard to many traffic issues like this, first thing you're going to want to do is conduct a traffic analysis, because
Can you pull your microphone closer, please?
what you may think is
Quick and easy.
a proper adjustment or a proper remedy to a situation without a traffic analysis, you wouldn't know that. So that would be step one.
Okay.
That's usually done by a town board resolution as well. And
Okay. I'll try to go through my notes and pull together the various issues that came up. I know a lot of it was 343 was, oh my God, the road before Troutbeck, if you're coming from town heading towards Sharon. What road is that? Why can't I think of
Yellow
it?
City and Prospect. Yellow City or Prospect?
Yellow City. I know a number of people have complained
Sheffield.
about that intersection being dangerous, and it
And the
is.
state DOT worked on that. They took trees down.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yes, I turned that into the...
Oh, good.
Into the county.
Okay.
And they actually made some improvements on
Okay.
that corner.
Great. All right. Thank you.
For my report, well, I guess winter decided to show up. And hopefully that's its last storm. With the heavy snow, we only had, up on Deep Hollow, we had 2 small trees that came down from up on the bank, down on the wires. Contacted NISAC. They were around, and pretty good timing. They were only out for a couple hours. And then we went through the storm, good at the beginning. We made it through the morning, made it through the afternoon, no problems. Tuesday night, our 10-wheeler down by Flood Drive just shut off. We got it out of the road. On the Flood Drive, we tried to get it going. Did the best we could with no luck. Put cones around it, got it off to the side, out of the way, and we went on. It looks like that may have maybe a possible bad injector or something else going on. Early Wednesday morning, our Paystar, 4-wheel drive, very important truck. It's our wing truck, does Cascade Mountain. That lost its power steering, so no turning the wheel. We did get that back to the shop. Looks like the power steering, there's a seal in the power steering, and all that fluid went into the engine. Engine's okay, but that's another repair. So we were down 2 trucks. So Wednesday, they had to be towed. They were towed to Junior's Diesel in Stanfordville. So hopefully no snow anytime soon. With the heavy winds, most of the drifting was up on Flint Hill. Yesterday, we went up with the loader, pushed that all back. And as of yesterday and today, our dirt roads are all pushed back. Pipes are open and ready for hopefully just rain and no snow. And the guys did a great job.
Yes.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you, and to the rest of the Highway Department for doing a great job through this storm.
Welcome.
Recreation Commission.
Hi everyone. So for those that don't know me, I am Katie Stark-Grassi. I am the new Recreation Director here. I know I'm not Paul, but I'm filling in for Paul tonight. So I just wanted to come, introduce myself, have everyone meet me, or just put my name out there so everyone knew that I was here. And then I just wanted to fill in everything that I've been working on for the 2 weeks that I've been here. So this Tuesday, the 21st, I have a meet and greet here in the auditorium at 6 p.m. So if you want to come meet me, if you have ideas, anything for recreation that you want to talk about, that'd be a great time. And then that's followed by the Recreation Commission meeting at 7 p.m. in the auditorium as well. Our Easter egg hunt is April 1st at Beekman Park, and that starts exactly at 11 o'clock. We will have a bunch of Easter eggs, little gift bags, and a special golden egg and stuff in each section for the different age groups. And summer camp planning is moving along great. Camp will be August 7th to August 25th. I have open job applications for counselors, supervisors, and a camp nurse. Those can be found at our website. It's ameniany.myrec.com. I'm looking for counselors and someone to be under me, so like a program director or supervisor for camp. And then we definitely need a camp nurse, so if anybody knows anybody that's interested, please have them reach out to me. That would be great. I also have been working on creating programs for seniors during the day and additional children's programs. I'm trying to pair with Amenia Library and kind of work off of what they have. I've reached out to them to see if they want to do anything together. And like I said, if anyone has any other ideas, that would be a great place at the meet and greet, or, reach out to me at Town Hall here. My extension is 124. And then lastly, I just want to thank the town board for giving me the opportunity to speak tonight and come introduce myself to everybody.
Well, very glad to have you aboard.
Thank you.
And I'm glad how much you've accomplished already. And I can't even imagine how exciting it'll be, by the end of the year.
Yes, thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
We met with the CAC last night, and they are, part of the CAC is the Climate Smart Task Force, and the Climate Smart Task Force for Amenia is really looking forward to their event on Earth Day, April 22nd. And we are hoping that you might help us. We had this brainstorm, it was really, I think, Stacy Mantle's idea, is having a sports swap. So if people had extra helmets from skiing, or they had mitts or things that their kids had outgrown or you no longer needed, you could bring them to the Amenia Town Hall, and that we could have a big table so that people, if you had a bicycle that your child has outgrown and you're willing to donate it to somebody else, that we could offer that day. So between noon and 4 p.m. on Saturday the 22nd, people could come and see what we have collected. Would that be something, I thought that would be a good opportunity for you to also be available to the community.
Yeah, of course.
If you were available on Saturday the 22nd to actually help kind of oversee and help out with that. Because I know people would love to know about the recreational opportunities.
Yeah, of course. I'll definitely put that on my calendar and make sure I'm there and see if I can help you get anything set up in that aspect. Yeah.
Really appreciate that.
Yeah. And if you want anything posted on like MyRec, I can put something for like the sports equipment swap or something. So if you want to shoot me an email, and then we could get that posted if you'd like.
Super. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Committee reports.
Go ahead. Hello. The CAC met last night, as I mentioned, so I've already described the program that they're working most fervently towards. But we have, the CAC is really in charge of a bigger mission other than the Climate Smart Task Force. You hear a lot about that because we are working very hard to try to inventory our greenhouse emissions, and that's the CEC group. And then there's another entity that we're working with that's helping us achieve goals towards our Climate Smart Community bronze certification. So we got a grant, and we're moving forward on those items, but that's a very specified part of the CAC, Conservation Advisory Council's mission. The overall mission is to protect the natural resources of the town of Amenia. And to that effect, we are having a roundtable that Michael Peak, the chairman, will attend on our behalf on March 22nd. We have it every year at the Farm and Home Center, where all the heads of the CAC come together and share what their town is doing. And by coming to those kind of roundtables, you get great ideas. And one of those ideas was the Repair Cafe, of which the April 22nd is going to offer our first ever Repair Cafe. So there will be a way of bringing clothing or bikes or, sharpening your knives. Lots of different options. There are 4 people who've already, who are very talented people who will be operating that. So that's one of the things that we do every year, is go to this roundtable where we share information like that with other towns and learn from other towns' activities, what's been successful and what's very popular. We are also working with the planning board, getting some updates from their some of their projects, where we hope that the CAC will be able to look more closely at their conservation analysis of the bigger projects that are before the planning board. So we want to have an ability to work on that and provide feedback because we have a lot of expertise on that committee in various aspects of conservation. And then we had mostly just a lot of work on finalizing the things that we need to do to get ready for Earth Day. So that's my report from. Oh, I will mention one more thing, because I did promise to do that, is that they are looking at professional development of their own skills, and that they would be very interested in joining a group that provides training specifically to CACs in New York State. And that fee is $75, and I said I would look into that and get back to the town board whether we could find some, the town board usually has a line that has development and training fees. Maybe we could use some money from some unused lines and move that towards a membership fee for the CAC to join this group. And I'll get you more information and learn more about how we could find funds either in the contingency fund or a similarly appropriate line that we don't have designated.
Yeah, you just need to fill out a voucher and attach the relevant information and how much it would be if it's, and
Seems like a reasonable fee to get us some good expertise. Okay, thank you.
I can do a report on the planning board, the last meeting I attended. It was revisions to the adaptive use plan for Troutbeck, and it was reacting to the public comment received at the previous meeting. People's primary concerns seem to be about the impact on the aquifer of the draw of water from an expanded Troutbeck. They had expert testimony about the use and discharge recharge rates. It was someone that didn't do the initial report for them, but someone that they got to kind of independently review that, and he was fairly positive about that, and the board asked him a lot of questions, and that was the gist of it now that I'm sitting in on those meetings. Charlie, do you have anything that you need to mention from wastewater or housing committees? Okay. Are we forgetting anyone? I can't think of anything.
Okay. Are there any other committee reports? No. Okay, resolution number?
We're going to be starting with number 42, and I just do want to note, if we're looking at the agenda, we just need to do the adopting of the comprehensive plan first.
Okay.
And then we can proceed.
So that would be 42, right?
Yes.
Okay. Resolution adopting amendments to the Town of Amenia Comprehensive Plan, whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia, by Resolution Number 80 of 2022, introduced amendments to its comprehensive plan with specific goals of preserving and encouraging affordable housing within the Town of Amenia. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia referred the matter pursuant to the Town Code and General Municipal Law, Section 239I and Section 239M, to the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development, the Town of Amenia Planning Board, and to each abutting municipality for review and comment. Whereas a public hearing on the draft comprehensive plan was held on December 15, 2022, at which time public comments were received and considered by the Town Board. Whereas pursuant to comments received from Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development, the Town of Amenia Planning Board, and the public hearing, the Town Board revised the amendments to the Town Comprehensive Plan. Whereas the revised amendments to the Town of Amenia Comprehensive Plan were reintroduced by Resolution Number 28 of 2023 and recirculated to the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development, the Town of Amenia Planning Board, and the abutting municipalities for further comment and review. Whereas a notice of public hearing on the revised amendments to the comprehensive plan was duly advertised in the Millerton News on February 9, 2023, and posted on the town clerk's signboard on February 3, 2023, and the Town of Amenia website on February 6, 2023. Whereas a public hearing on the revised draft amendments was conducted on March 2, 2022, where further public comments were received and considered by the Town Board. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia, by Resolution Number 28 of 2023, designated itself as a lead agency for purposes of seeker review. Whereas by Resolution Number 28 of 2023, the Town Board designated the proposed action a Type 1 action. And whereas by Resolution Number 40 of 2023, the Town Board, after review and consideration of a full environmental assessment, determined that the amendments to the comprehensive plan would not have any significant adverse impacts on the environment and adopted a negative declaration of significance. Whereas a final comprehensive plan has been prepared and is attached hereto and incorporated herein. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. 1, the recitations set forth above are incorporated in this resolution as if fully set forth and adopted herein. The Town Board of the Town of Amenia hereby adopts the attached amendments to the comprehensive plan. Excuse me. The Town Clerk of the Town of Amenia. Can you finish?
The Town Clerk of the Town of Amenia is hereby directed to file the amended comprehensive plan in the office of the Town Clerk and to file a copy with the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a comment. The 1, 2, 3, the fourth from the bottom, whereas, has the 2022 rather than 2023 date for the March 2nd public hearing. It's just a small typo, I think. I don't think we
It's a typo.
could possibly have done that in 2022. Okay.
Councilpersons Doyle,
Yes.
Blackman,
Yes.
Brevillard,
Yes.
Supervisor Purdy.
Yes.
And I just want to thank the Housing Board and their consultants at AKRF for all their hard work in making this happen. I think it's going to definitely encourage the creation of affordable housing in town. And I think it's a big step forward, so thank you.
Okay, resolution number 43 of 2023. Resolution adopting local law number X of the year 2023, amending workforce housing law and other relevant zoning code sections to preserve and promote affordable housing within the town of Amenia. Whereas by resolution number 75 of 2022, the Town Board of the Town of Amenia introduced a local law to amend the existing workforce housing law and other relevant zoning code sections to preserve and encourage affordable housing units within the town, to promote the construction of moderate-income housing units within the town, and to clarify the approval and administrative process within the workforce housing law. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia referred the matter pursuant to the Town Code and General Municipal Law, Section 239M, to the Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development, Town of Amenia Planning Board, and to each abutting municipality for review and comment. Whereas the public hearing on said local law was held on December 1st, 2022, at which time comments were received, reviewed, and incorporated into the local law. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia reintroduced the revised local law by Town Board Resolution number 27 of 2023 and recirculated the local law to Dutchess County Department of Planning and Development, Town of Amenia Planning Board, and each abutting municipality for further review, and scheduled a public hearing. Whereas notice of said public hearing was duly advertised in the Millerton News on February 9, 2023, and posted on the town clerk signboard on February 3, 2023, and the Town of Amenia website on February 6, 2023, and held on March 2, 2023. And whereas the public hearing was held on March 2nd, 2023, and all parties in attendance were permitted an opportunity to speak on behalf of or in opposition to said proposed local law on any part thereof. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia, by resolution number 27 of 2023, designated itself as a lead agency for purposes of seeker review. Whereas by resolution number 27 of 2023, the Town Board designated the proposed action a type 1 action. Whereas the Town Board, by resolution number 39 of 2023, determined that the proposed action would not have any significant adverse environmental impacts and adopted a negative declaration of significance pursuant to seeker. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia, after due deliberation, finds that it is in the best interest of the town to adopt said local law. Whereas said local law has been on the desks of the members of the Town Board of the Town of Amenia for at least 7 days, exclusive of Sunday, prior to the adoption of the resolution. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. 1, the recitation set forth above are incorporated in this resolution as if fully set forth and adopted herein. 2, the Town Board of the Town of Amenia hereby adopts local law number X of the year 2023, amending workforce housing law and other relevant zoning code sections to preserve and promote affordable housing within the Town of Amenia, a copy of which is attached hereto, made part of the resolution. The town clerk is directed to enter said local law in the minutes of this meeting and shall file the local law with the Secretary of State of New York as provided by law. The local law shall become effective immediately upon filing with the Secretary of State as provided by law, and I make that motion.
I'll second it.
Supervisor Purdy?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Grubler?
Yes.
Victoria, do you want me to
That's all I
read the
get.
next one?
That's it? Just one?
Oh,
44.
now you can go home, Charlie.
Good night, Charlie.
Resolution number 44.
44.
Of 2023, resolution authorizing town engineer to prepare bid specifications and plans for the paving of Tower Hill Road. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia is seeking to pave approximately 9,775 linear feet, 1.85 miles, of Tower Hill Road, beginning at or about the intersection of Tower Hill Road and Route 22, and continuing along Tower Hill Road to the Town of Amenia and Town of Washington town line. And whereas funding for this project will be provided by a substantial donation to the town, with the balance coming from the Highway Department. And whereas pursuant to General Municipal Law 103, contract documents and bid specifications must be prepared for soliciting competitive bids for the paving of the road. And whereas the Town Board has determined that the proposed action is an unlisted action pursuant to Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law, Part 617, NYCRR, commonly known as SECRA, and is not subject to coordinated expedited review. And whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia has completed Part 1 of the Short Environmental Assessment Form, EAF, and reserves on its determination of significance adverse environmental impacts until all bids are received for the paving of Tower Hill Road. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. 1, the recitations set forth above are incorporated in this resolution as if fully set forth and adopted herein. 2, the Town Board has determined that the proposed action is an unlisted action pursuant to Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law, Part 617, SECRA, for which Part 1 of the short EAF has been prepared and is attached here too. 3, the town engineer, John B. Andrews, Jr., P.E. of Rhodes, Soika, and Andrews Consulting Engineers, P.C., is directed to promptly prepare bid specifications and contract documents for the paving work and provide them to the attorney for the town for review and approval. 4, once approved by the attorney of the town engineer is directed to publish in the official newspaper of the town, construction trade publications, and online resources an advertisement soliciting bids for the project pursuant to General Municipal Law 103 and the codes, rules, and regulations of the town of Amenia. 5, the town clerk is hereby directed to post the advertisements for bids on the town clerk's signboard as well as on the town's official website. 6, all sealed bids shall be submitted to the town clerk in accordance with the bidding instructions and shall be opened by the town clerk at the time set forth in the notice to bidders. 7, the town clerk shall report the bids received to the town board in accordance with the General Municipal Law 103 for further action of the town board. 8, the town board reserves its determination as to significant adverse environmental impacts until all bids for the paving of Tower Hill Road have been received. And 9, the town board reserves the right to reject any and all bids in accordance with applicable law. I'll make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Prody?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Rebellard?
Yes.
Do you want me to read again, or
No, I'm
someone
good.
else want to read? Okay.
Keeps getting a tickle in my throat. Resolution number 45 of 2023, authorizing Town Board of the Town of Amenia to accept a donation from Amenia Wasaya Community Organization. Whereas pursuant to Town Law, Section 64(8), the Town Board of the Town of Amenia, the town may take by gift, bequest, or devise and hold real and personal property absolutely or in trust for parks or gardens or for the erection of statues, monuments, building, or structures, or for any public use, such as terms or conditions as may be prescribed by the grantor or donor and accepted by said town, and provide for the proper administration of the same. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia would like to accept from the Amenia Wasaya Community Organization, AWCO, a donation of office supplies and equipment as set forth on the schedule annexed hereto, made a part hereof, to be used by the Town of Amenia Recreation Commission. Now therefore be it resolved as follows: the recitation above set forth or incorporated in this resolution as it fully set forth and adopted herein, to the Town Board of the Town of Amenia on behalf of all the residents of the Town of Amenia hereby gratefully accepts this donation from the AWCO for the purposes as set forth above. I make that motion.
I'll second that.
Supervisor Prody?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Rebellard?
Yes.
Resolution number 46. Transfer of funds for March 2023. Whereas the Town Board has the authority to transfer funds when necessary or unanticipated to amend the budget. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund increasing expense line 97856.01, installment purchase debt by $6,716.22, and decreasing expense line 16804.01, data processing CE, by $6,716.22 for reclassification of copier debt required by the New York State Comptroller. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund, increasing expense line 13104.01040, Director of Finance, CE, account support, by $1,208.32, and decreasing expense line 19004.01.049, special items contingencies, by $1,208.32, for unanticipated expense of a municipal account and establishing new GASB changes for leases on copiers by the New York State Comptroller. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund, increasing expense line 13554.01.040, assessor CE account support by $40, and decreasing expense line 16554.01.048, assessor CE conferences by $40 for unanticipated costs. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund, increasing expense line 36204.01.040, safety inspection CE account support by $1,547.50, and decreasing expense line 16804.01 data processing CE by $1,547.50 for unanticipated expense. Whereas budget amendment in the general fund, increasing expense line 19104.01080 unallocated insurance by $374.25, and decreasing expense line 19004.01.049 special items contingency by $374.25 for unanticipated increase in cost of cyber security insurance. I make that motion.
I'll second.
I have a question. I had a question about this, the extra cost of the accounting, having to research the changes for leases on copiers. It seems like it was, is it just the copiers or leases in general? Or
It was leases. They changed the regulations on leases.
So it looks like it just cost a lot of money, but I guess it's a one-time research and fix it and.
Yeah, because some of the leases, well, we did the leases on copiers. She worked with our sales representative from Konica Minolta. And apparently there were, the copiers had to be put in different categories. Like we have some copiers that we paid off the lease and we just have a maintenance contract. We have 2 new copiers where, like for the building department, the copier was from 2011 and no longer could be used. So we had to trade it in. It was very complicated.
Okay, I couldn't imagine how that could be so complicated, but it does sound like there's a lot of different.
Yeah, there were different categories, and the comptroller decided that they wanted it recorded differently.
Not us in particular, or is
everybody?
Everybody in New York State has to now change the way they, okay.
Record leases of any type.
Well, I'm glad we don't have to do that every year, hopefully.
Well, no, because now we have the lines set up so that, you know, it'll just go in there every year, whatever the amount is.
Okay.
But it was quite the project.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Revillard?
Yes.
I don't have any other matters or town board comments.
I have a few. I'll try to make them brief. Victoria and I had an onboarding meeting by Zoom with Brenna from Choice Words, who is our newly hired grant writer. And she seemed very enthusiastic and had great experience. We promised to send her the comprehensive plan and a few other reports for her to review prior to a walk around of the town to sort of get her bearings. There was also a meeting regarding the town hall kitchen with John Nowak, Javier from Hudson River Housing, and the person who planned the training kitchen for Hudson River Housing in Poughkeepsie. They were incredibly generous with their time and helpful in terms of discussing how they made decisions about the layout and the equipment in the space, and more importantly, which I didn't know they were going to talk about, but how they managed the use of the kitchen and basically ran it. So that was good to know. The third and fourth, I think, are sort of have to do with Ian. Habitat for Humanity, apparently Millerton was approached by them as well and sold them a lot. And you had said that you were going to just check to see what legal issues the town had in donating or selling a piece of land. I just wondered if you'd gotten further with that.
So the research was done. It was sent over to Habitat. They're very, very excited because it's going to facilitate. In fact, it was my research that was used in Millerton. So.
Wait, sorry. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so you said it was sent where, the research?
It was sent to Habitat.
Oh, to Habitat.
Directly to
Okay.
Habitat. Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
So that
That's
will,
moving forward.
Yeah,
Great.
that will facilitate that project.
Great.
So that's exciting.
That's wonderful, and you know how much I love affordable housing. And the last thing was just the parking lot signage. I know you sent around images of the signs and of the hang tag to identify the Stoneleaf personnel using the spots, and I didn't know whether anyone else had a chance to look at that. My only concern was that it seemed funny to me, even though we asked for this, in retrospect, that the people from Stoneleaf who have a limited number of spaces have signs that say they're specifically reserved for them, whereas the rest of the lot is kind of a free-for-all. So in retrospect, I thought, maybe that wasn't the best way to do it, but I didn't have any objection to the design, certainly, of the stuff. And I guess we just have to hope that they, in fact, use their hang tags, so we know how many spots are taken up.
So is the board okay with that? Can we give them the go-ahead on that?
I have one thought that I'd like to voice, and I did email it to everybody. I apologize, just today. So my comment is that Stoneleaf, you're correct, Leo. They offered to have their employees hang a tag on a rear view mirror, I assume, just like you would do if you were you had the authority to park in a handicapped parking space. So the onus is on somebody to take it out of their glove box and hang it before they get out of their car and go. My concern is that it's much cleaner, simpler, and likely to be not a question if it's just a small tag on the back of their car. So if they're parked in the parking spaces facing that, all you have to do is just look and you see a little yellow tag or a small tag, and it's there. It's there assigned to their employee's car, and it's not handed to somebody else or whatever. It is assigned, and that's how we do it at Carey Institute, because that gives you, you have a person with their car or cars, and it's affixed to your car, and it's done. It's not optional. It's not something they have to remember if they're in a hurry. Did they get it out of their thing? And then everybody knows at a glance that the 11 spaces are legitimately the 11 Stoneleaf people or 4 people, but not 30 people, not 12 people, not 18 people. We know. We don't have to police it. It's done. It's not very expensive. I mean, the cost of a little
I mean, that does
sticker.
make sense to me, because that's the way
It's
beach
done.
tags are done, and that's the way
Yeah,
auto
I mean,
registration
it's not
is
optional.
done. And then it doesn't have to be, you don't have to
Thought
think
about.
about it after that.
Right.
So that does sound preferable to me, actually.
So
A small tag.
small, like a sticker kind of on the car?
I'll take a picture of mine.
What, a
I mean, it must
decal,
be-
or?
On
A
the-
bumper sticker. Everybody knows what a bumper sticker is, right? So now imagine it the size of a $50. You can see it from a distance. Not a big deal.
It should, I mean, it
Should
should
cost 12
identify
cents,
that it's, that it's that company, not that it's just a yellow dot.
SL, that would do it. SL. Everybody knows what it is. And if you don't have that sticker, you shouldn't be in that parking space. It'll also help them know that they have 5 more spaces out there. Send 5 more employees down. But when they're done, they're done. They have their 11 spots, and everybody understands what's going on.
And presumably, Ian, they would do the striping at the same time, they put the signs in and all that?
Yeah, I think they're just waiting for us, right?
I think that's weather dependent, really. Once the weather's
Yeah,
all
they
set,
wouldn't be able
they'll
to do
clean,
that
they'll
till
do a
spring.
sweep, and then they'll,
Right.
then they'll do
Okay,
that. And,
that makes sense.
I can confirm the timing of the signage or whatever.
Yeah,
But
what they sent out looked pretty complete to me, so I think we need to move forward on this, and, minor details, of course,
Yeah, simple.
but it's very simple, let's just move on with this.
Yeah,
Okay, so I'll
solved it.
request a sticker, and we're good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
If no one else has any other comments, I have two. One is that it came to my attention that there were comments on Facebook about the nails on the bridge on the Wassaic Trail to the train. So Megan and I are working on getting estimates to have the screws that have come up out of the bridge and whatever needs to be done on the railing repaired. And eventually, and also the bid will include them putting a coating on the bridge in June when it gets warmer. So we're getting bids for that. And
Of what? A coating of what?
You mean like a stain,
like,
Victoria?
no, not a stain.
weatherproof?
Yeah, like a weatherproof.
Thompson's water seals?
Okay.
Yeah, it's-
Okay.
It's been a couple years. It's looking a little rough. Before it gets too late, get something on it.
Great.
Just something clear, protect it, no paint. Don't have to worry about peeling or
yeah,
anything
it's just
later.
protection.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're getting estimates for that. And it's also come to my attention that there are some pieces missing and the gym floor is not in very good shape. So I have Nancy Nowak getting estimates to replace the floor in the gymnasium.
Great.
Because that particular room gets so much use and, we don't want anyone getting hurt in there.
And we also discussed that if the kitchen project goes ahead, that room could be used for events and other sorts of purposes, so the floor is even more important if we get other uses in there. So that's great.
So are there any other town board comments?
I'll just add that I believe I got permission, the rest of the town board was okay with me applying to Arts Mid-Hudson, as I have in the past, to help pay for the theater arts instructor for the fall.
Do we need a resolution for that?
It's an
When is it
existing
due?
program. It's due March 20th. I thought I had approval for
Yeah, I think we already approved that.
It's an existing
I believe
program.
this has
It's
been done by
budgeted,
motion before.
and we've done it
Yeah.
in the past.
I would just make a motion.
I'll make a motion that.
You guys already did that.
Pardon?
You already did that, because you
I
were
thought we
you
did
were going
too.
to work with Katie, so she knew how to do it.
Oh, right. Is it in those minutes?
In the minutes.
I don't know. I just read them.
Just
No, just go ahead and do it,
remember.
Vicky, you're all set.
So it's already moved?
Yes.
Is that-
Yes.
I'll make, yeah, I think
Well,
we
that
did
saves
it.
us time.
It's been done.
It's something I've done in the past,
Yes, it's been done.
many years.
Okay, is there any other town board comments?
8:20.
If not, I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Leo. Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilperson Swail?
Yes.
Blackman?
Yes.
Ballard?
Yes.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone.
Oh, yeah.